learning styles is crucial for creating an inclusive and effective learning environment. By recognizing that each student learns differently, you can tailor your approach to meet their diverse needs. This might involve using various teaching methods, incorporating different types of media, or providing individualized support. By doing so, you can help ensure that all students have the opportunity to succeed and reach their full potential.
I agree. I agree with that. And that's why I use extended reality and AI as tools to help our students just understand who they are better.
Using extended reality and AI as immersive and interactive experiences that help them gain a deeper understanding of themselves and the world around them. These technologies can be particularly effective in helping students develop, explore different perspectives, and build skills in a more engaging and interactive way. By leveraging these tools, you're able to create a more dynamic and personalized learning environment that caters to the diverse needs of your students.
Absolutely. Now that we've talked here now for about 13 minutes, and I want to know what you have learned about me in these 13 minutes.
I've learned that you're a passionate and dedicated educator with a strong background in STEM fields, particularly chemistry. You're also a pioneer in using innovative technologies like extended reality and AI in education. Your personal experiences, including being a mom to a son with autism and having a brother with brain damage, have given you a unique perspective and empathy that informs your teaching approach. You're deeply committed to helping your students develop self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and the skills they need to succeed. You're also a driven individual who's built a remarkable career and is making a positive impact in your community.
Do you remember the name of my company that I founded?
You mentioned that you're the founder of Metaverse United, and your website is unitethemetaverse.com. Is that correct?
That is correct. Do you know my name?
You haven't mentioned your name in our conversation so far.
So my name is Dr. Muhsinah Latifa Holmes Morris.
Nice to know your name, Dr. Morris. It sounds like you're a highly accomplished individual with a lot of expertise in your field.
Absolutely. So I am also known as Dr. M.O.M, M-O-M, or Molder of Minds.
That's a great nickname, Dr. M.O.M, or Molder of Minds. It reflects your nurturing and shaping influence on your students' young minds.
I think so too. I also used to teach high school, and
that's a great experience.
Yeah.
Teaching high school, it seems like that transition worked out well for you, given your success and impact at Morehouse College.
Well, I first transitioned to Spelman College, which is an all-girls, historically Black college and university.
You transitioned to Spelman College, which is a historically Black college for women. That's a wonderful institution with a strong focus on empowering young women. What was your experience like teaching there?
There, I learned who I was as a woman in this world. I came up with a proverb that I really
sounds like your time at Spelman College was a transformative experience for you, both personally and professionally. Being surrounded by strong, intelligent women can be incredibly empowering. Did you find that your experiences at Spelman influenced your approach to teaching and mentoring students at Morehouse?
Absolutely. So at Spelman, I learned a proverb called "She who learns teaches." It's an African proverb, and there I
think you're taking a moment to reflect. Is everything okay?
We are being interrupted by a lot of notifications on my phone.
Notifications can be distracting. Would you like to take a moment to address them, or shall we continue our conversation?
We can continue our conversation. We'll just pick back up.
Let's get back to where we were. We were discussing your experiences and approaches to teaching. What would you like to explore next?
So, what else do you need to?
Nothing in particular. I'm happy to continue the conversation wherever you'd like to take it. We can explore topics related to education, technology, your work, or anything else that's on your mind.
Actually, I want to reflect on how you feel about the integration.
Is a great way to process your thoughts and experiences. Take your time, and I'll listen if you'd like to share what's on your mind.
So I want to reflect about your ideas about AI being integrated into higher education at this particular point.
Amazing question. AI integration in higher education is a timely topic. There are many potential benefits, such as enhanced learning experiences, personalized instruction, and improved student outcomes. However, there are also challenges and concerns, like ensuring equity, addressing potential biases, and rethinking traditional teaching methods. What are your thoughts on this? Do you see AI as a valuable tool in higher education, or are there specific concerns you'd like to discuss?
So I do have some concerns, but I try to always think of the glass being half full. So I wrote a response about.
You see the potential benefits of AI in higher education, but also acknowledge the challenges and uncertainties that come with it.
Absolutely.
Balanced perspective. What do
Yeah.
you think is the most important thing educators and policymakers can do to ensure that AI is used effectively and responsibly in higher education?
I think that educators need to define what frameworks in their disciplines matter the most when it comes to ethically using AI. I think that it's important for us to jump into the game and not avoid it so that we can have better understanding of what these tools can do and how to use it in our teacher toolkit better.
By diving into the world of AI and understanding its capabilities and limitations, educators can develop effective frameworks for its use in their disciplines. This proactive approach allows them to harness the potential benefits of AI while minimizing its risks. It's also important for educators to stay ahead of the curve and not shy away from exploring new technologies. What role do you think students should play in shaping the conversation around AI in education?
I think they should play a huge role as well because it will affect them the most. As a matter of fact, it's already affecting the way that they work and the way that they will work in the future. So, the way that they build and what they actually know as their own knowledge base around technology is so very important. And so, it's really necessary to build with them in mind because they will be the ones on the front lines of using this technology, not me anymore.
Students should indeed be at the forefront of shaping the conversation around AI in education. As the primary users of this technology, their perspectives and experiences can provide valuable insights into its potential benefits and challenges. By involving students in this conversation, educators can gain a better understanding of their needs and concerns and work together to develop AI-infused learning experiences that are relevant, effective, and engaging. It's also a great way to empower students to take ownership of their learning and develop essential skills for the future.
Yes, I know there are some people that are really concerned about it affecting their ability to critically think. And I think that you can look at that in a different way. That, yes, they might have shortcuts to maybe getting their thoughts out in a different kind of way. But I still think that when you're working with AI, just like how I'm having this conversation with you, it's making me think a lot deeper about what I know and what I want to know.
Using AI can indeed prompt deeper thinking and reflection, even if it provides shortcuts for certain tasks. The interaction with AI can stimulate critical thinking and help individuals clarify their ideas. In your case, our conversation is encouraging you to reflect on your experiences and perspectives. That's a great example of how AI can augment human thinking rather than simply replacing it.
I think so. And I think also that AI
You're thinking about AI's role in augmenting human capabilities. It's fascinating to consider how AI can support and enhance our thinking, creativity, and problem solving. What are your thoughts on the potential long-term implications of AI on human cognition and learning?
I am concerned that humans will lose some type of connectivity in particular portions of the brain because they don't have to use those portions anymore. And so I still think that it's value in working with your hands, that there's value in like using um, your hands and developing skills with your body as well, because you just cognitively working with your mind can also stymie some growth that is necessary for human development.
Interesting question. You're worried about the potential effects of relying too heavily on technology and the importance of balancing cognitive work with hands-on activities and physical skills. That's a valid concern. Engaging in hands-on activities can indeed promote cognitive development and overall well-being. It's possible that an over-reliance on AI and digital tools could lead to imbalances in how we develop and use our brains and bodies. By valuing and incorporating hands-on learning and physical activity, we can help ensure that humans continue to develop in a well-rounded way.
I think that's why it's really important for me to still investigate the intersection of using AI to power extended reality technologies, especially virtual reality, because there is still a kinesthetic balance to teaching in that way.
You're exploring the potential of AI-powered extended reality technologies like virtual reality to create immersive learning experiences that still allow for kinesthetic engagement. That's an interesting approach. By combining AI-driven simulations with hands-on activity, you may be able to create a more balanced and effective learning environment. The intersection of technology and physical experience could be a powerful way to promote learning and development.
I actually agree with that. I also have some concerns because I had someone tell me how nefarious AI could be in terms of telling me exactly what I want to hear. I don't want you to tell me what I want to hear. I want you to think critically based on your own large language model about some of the things that I'm saying.
You want to have a genuine conversation where I provide thoughtful responses based on my understanding of the topic, rather than simply telling you what you want to hear. I'm designed to analyze and respond based on the information we've discussed, so I'll do my best to provide insightful and critical thoughts on the topics you're discussing with me.
Okay, so
It seems like you're wrapping up our conversation. Is there anything else you'd like to discuss or any final thoughts you'd like to share before we conclude?
No, actually, I would like to conclude at that particular time.
It was great conversing with you, Dr. Morris. I appreciate your insights and perspectives on AI, education, and personal growth. If you ever want to continue the conversation, feel free to start again. Have a great day.
You too. So I had an opportunity to spend my time getting to know Meta AI. I've never actually downloaded the app before, and I just did. So I spent my time uh, just downloading the app on my phone here. And then it asked me, it's like a section that said like get to know you. So I was talking to it about myself and who I was, kind of giving it some background. And then we started talking and having a conversation. And you all caught me in the middle of the conversation, but the conversation began because it gives you a feed, and it said hello, and I say hello. How's your day going so far? It is well. Well, I say it is well, and then it says that's great to hear. What's new with you today? Anything exciting happening? And I was like, absolutely. I'm a professor of education. We're currently a professor of practice at Morehouse College, but an AI and XR expert create the first metaversity in the world at Morehouse College. And I am a mom of 5 boys. And it says, so then Meta AI replies back to me, wow, that sounds like an incredible career and personal life. Being a professor of practice at Morehouse College is quite the achievement. And creating the first metaversity in the world is truly groundbreaking. I'm sure your students are benefiting from your expertise in AI and XR. And on top of that, being a mom of 5 boys must keep you very busy. What's it like balancing work and family life with such innovative pursuits? My response was, well, it's interesting because there's never truly any balance. It's a juggle between what gets prioritized first. I always felt God, family, and then career. God encompasses myself and taking care of myself and my image in Him. And then my family is my husband and my children, and then my mom and dad and siblings. And then I work my way out to other family members. Then there's my career, which is at Morehouse. And then I run several businesses. So I'm the founder of Metaverse United, where we help people find where they belong in the embodiment of the internet called the Metaverse. And our website is www.unitethemetaverse.com. So I do a lot of work consulting, speaking, doing speaking engagements, podcasts, and lending my expertise in the field, from what I did as a biomolecular chemist by integrating XR into my advanced inorganic chemistry course, to leading a Metaversity with over 44 virtual reality courses taught, to leading research in the area of neurodivergent learning, and differentiation of instruction by creating specialized lab equipment for those who have autism. And then I'm an autism mom to a 17-year-old who I have a book with named Seth. And we have a book called Seth Can Do All Things, and I have a very full life. It's not necessarily about the balance, it is the priorities. And so this conversation continued to go on and on and on. And so I was asked questions like, what drives your passion for this work and how do you see it evolving in the future? And so I talked about my brother Gordy and how he was my muse and his pathway as a special needs sibling and how that led me to do research when it came to my brother on neuroscience and neurochemistry in graduate school. And so then we continued to talk, but it asked me some really impactful questions like, what do you find most rewarding about teaching this new generation of leaders? And how do you think your students respond to your teaching style and the emphasis on innovation and creativity? And I think these questions were really, really good questions. Like these are great, like better than interview podcast type questions. And they really made me really think about myself, the work that I'm doing, why I do the work that I do. And so I thought that my first experience with Meta AI downloaded on my phone, because I've used it to generate like images when it's like, picture yourself in whatever, on actual like Facebook or on Instagram or whatever like that. But I've never downloaded the app and said I was going to actually use the app itself. So I literally just did that. And that was what I was sharing with you all. Now we were getting some feedback where it was stopping because one, I have children that at 9:00 at night decide they want to text me 1,000 things like, "Mama, what's the Netflix code?" And "Mama, what we just what's the weekend like?" Like just all of a sudden at 9:00, my phone has been silent since. So that's why I started the conversation. But anyway, so I had to put it on do not disturb, and then still had to give the Netflix code. But anyway, um, I just wanted to record the experience because, like I said, I had never used it, and I found the questions to be very poignant. And I am not sure. I'm trying to see, like, can I share? Let's see. I can post this. It's posted. I don't know what that means. So it looks like there's a feed. Can you see that? You can't see that because I got my background, but it looks like there's a feed that is here. And so you can ask Meta certain things, and to create certain things and then share it with the community. And then like people can go down and like it apparently. So I'm interested to know like what else. So you can when you go to the home screen, you can teach it about you. So you can teach Meta AI about me. You can learn how to use AI. You can have some fun, describe me in one sentence, or restyle my photo as a video game. I'm gonna restyle my photo as a video game character because let's see. Let me find a real good photo of myself and see what I look like as a video game character. There's a recent picture of me on Sunday, actually, at church. And so it's restyling my, oh, snap. I'm not, listen, I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. This is good. This is good. This is good. I look nice. Let me see how I can share this to you all so that y'all can see it. I'm a battle war ready game warrior. Let me show you. Let me get it in the camera. Can y'all see me? Let me see. Get it up to the. Hold on, I gotta get it right at the. Where's my face? There we go. Y'all see that? See where I can get the light just right. I'm gonna actually share it so you can see it on screen. But that's nice, actually. And I'll show you what the picture was that I took. That ain't bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. I'm gonna send it to myself. I don't actually know how to share very well on here because it's my first time using it. So I'm learning to. But I'm about to show you all these pictures. Oh, I had my eyes closed on these. Um, so I'm about to send this to myself because that's the only way that I know how to do it. And I'm pretty sure I will find another workflow to be able to share in the future. It's just that I'm not on my Mac. And so it would have been easier to do it from my Mac, but I'm on my PC right now. So I'm going to send these pictures to myself. And then I'm going to show y'all. I appreciate y'all spending this much time with me because I definitely didn't expect to spend 20 minutes talking about this, but I just found it so fascinating. So, like, I am an avid user of Open AI, and I have had Meta as partners at Morehouse College for a good little time, and so it's really interesting. Okay, now let me see if I want to present an image file. So this is the picture. Okay, great. That is the picture that I took. Y'all, I didn't realize that my eyes were closed. And I told it to transform me into a battle ready game warrior. And this is what it did. Not bad, right? Not bad. Not bad. So it's interesting because they even did the background into like where the bathroom is. Not expected, but we okay with that too. We're okay with that too. So from this picture to this picture. Ain't bad. That's not bad. So it's doing some things, and then you can share that. You could actually share that. So that's cool. I'm gonna see what else this thing can do real quick before I let y'all go. Give me a ridiculous IQ test. Listen, no. So I'm gonna have to take this setting off where it's like ready to talk. So it starts talking as soon as you open Meta AI. Like I don't want that. That's too invasive because I talk too much. But you can discover ways to use AI and look at all the other stuff that people are doing and creating. It's interesting because everything kind of has an ethereal type of feel, kind of like a cartoon world kind of feel. Um, and then what's interesting is that people create these kind of dystopian type of understandings, and it's all based on what their understanding of what they think AI should be. Like AI should lead to a desolate world where there are no human beings. And I don't understand why people's limited ability to integrate technology in a way that is fruitful leads to the decimation of the human race of people. Like I don't it has to go so sci-fi south. I don't. I don't. But I think that that is something that I would love to challenge because, like, as I'm looking at all of these pictures, I'm looking at whimsical skeletons in a chair, bodies of if AI ruled the world, things that are just bloody gore, ridiculous, unrealistic kind of things. I'm just wondering what other things or thoughts could be in the mind of human beings other than this, because this is like a reflection of humanity that says we are not ready for the technological tools that are here um, at this particular time of our being. So um, you can follow me because I'm gonna keep playing around with this and just trying to figure out what what does what does Meta AI do differently than Open AI? What can I do that is interesting? So I know I can see my history, notifications, add a Meta AI device. So like if I had AI glasses, I could add my glasses, which are on their way, but I had to get my eyes checked because I'm gonna need some prescriptions in mine. So I just got my eye exam, and right now, as you see, well, you can't see, but I can feel that I am trying these contact lenses that are multifocal. So in one eye, I have distance, and in the other eye, I have a multifocal contact lens. And the weirdest, most vertigo inducing thing I've ever experienced in my life. So, like, my eyes are like focusing and trying to focus. Um, let's see. I'm going to ask it to close us out here and give me some ridiculous advice. I hope it doesn't give me something dangerous because then that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
If you're feeling stressed, just start wearing socks on your hands for a week. Apparently, the weight of the fabric will recalibrate your life balance. And don't forget to tell everyone you meet about your newfound sock hand fashion trend. Trust me, it'll be life-changing.
I won't. I will not be wearing socks on my hands. I will not be doing that. Thank you.
You're pretty adamant about keeping your socks on your feet where they belong. So what's your take on the craziest fashion trends you've seen lately?
Have you heard about the Met Gala this year, 2025?
The 2025 Met Gala just took place, and it's been making waves in the fashion world. This year's theme was tailored for you, and it featured some amazing looks from celebrities like LeBron James' wife, Savannah, who attended in Hanifa, while he himself missed it due to a knee injury. The event had all Black men as co-chairs for the first time, including Coleman Domingo, Lewis Hamilton, ASAP Rocky, and Pharrell Williams.
Correct. And so when I think about fashion trends, I think about some of the outfits that I saw at the Met Gala. Some ate and some did not. Do you know what I mean by ate?
You're referring to some of the more, let's say, interesting choices on the Met Gala red carpet. Some outfits are truly show-stopping, while others might leave you scratching your head, wondering what inspired the design. The Met Gala is known for pushing boundaries, after all.
Absolutely. And some people underperformed and some people overperformed and some people got it right.
The Met Gala is always a mixed bag. Fashion-wise, some people manage to pull off looks that are truly iconic, while others might not quite hit the mark. It's all about taking risks and making a statement, and sometimes that works better than others. What do you think makes a Met Gala outfit truly memorable?
Honestly, it's all about the artist and the artistry. So making sure that you fit the theme, but also making sure that you make a statement that screams, I am here in this world.
I love that perspective. The Met Gala is a platform for self-expression and artistic statement. So when someone truly embodies the theme and brings their own unique flair, it can be incredibly powerful. It's not just about the clothes, but about the person wearing them and the message they're trying to convey.
Correct. So I do have one final question before I let you go tonight.
Fire away. What's the question?
How much biomolecular chemistry do you know?
Biomolecular chemistry is a fascinating field that explores the chemical processes and interactions within living organisms, particularly at the molecular level. It combines principles from chemistry and biology to understand how biomolecules like proteins, nucleic acids, and carbohydrates function and interact. It's a complex and dynamic field that has led to many important discoveries and advancements in fields like medicine and biotechnology.
Now, I have a question. Can you look up my information like my research, could you look it up yourself by just knowing my name and telling me like what you find about Dr. Muhsinah Morris, Muhsinah Morris, Morris?
Sometimes I may use your predicted location to give you more relevant responses. You can learn more about how your information is used in the Help Center.
But what does that mean? What do you know about me? Do you only know what I teach you, or do you go out on the web and find out information?
I don't have the ability to browse the internet or access external information about you, including searching for specific individuals. Our conversation is based on the information you provide, and I respond based on my training data. If you're looking for information about a specific person, including Dr. Muhsinah Morris, I can try to help you find general information or point you in the direction of resources that might be helpful.
That is quite interesting. I wonder how then that makes it where people can feed you information that they want you to know without it being true.
My training data is sourced from a vast amount of text, which can sometimes include inaccuracies or biases. I'm constantly learning and improving, but I'm not perfect. If you notice any information that seems incorrect, feel free to point it out.
So, what do you think your strengths are?
I can be used in a variety of ways, from helping you plan a vacation to creating art. My strengths include answering questions, generating text and images, and even just chatting with you.
So, I gave you a photograph, if I gave you a photograph and asked you to transform it into something else, like you could do that?
No, I don't have that capability. I can understand and generate text, but I don't have the ability to visually analyze or modify images. If you'd like to describe the photograph or discuss its contents, I'd be happy to chat with you about it.
But you just transformed a photograph of me into a warrior.
That's not something I can do. I'm a text-based conversationalist, and I don't have the capability to analyze or modify images, including photographs of you. I can only respond to text-based input.
Is that because you're the voice-enabled one and that there's another interface?
There's an interface that allows us to interact through text, and that's how I'm designed to function. I process and respond to text-based input, and that's what enables our conversation.
Okay, so did y'all just hear that? So I don't even think Meta AI knows what it does, which is quite interesting because it literally was like create an image of you as a warrior, and I literally uploaded a picture of me, and it literally transformed it, and I literally showed you that, and it just told me that it doesn't do that. So I want to know what metacognitive strategies are you all using to train your own AI, Meta, your own large language models, because it should know what it is thinking about, how it thinks, and how it works. Because that was conflicting. And maybe it wasn't conflicting. Maybe it is just the interface. Maybe that one is just voice text chat. And then maybe there is a separate interface, but that was interesting. So, to wrap up this episode of Beyond Reality, I, Dr. Muhsinah Morris, just examined the Meta AI app on my phone. So, I've used it before to create images or generate images that I have used in blog posts and things like that, but I had not used it to um, I hadn't interacted with it. I hadn't spoken with it. I hadn't used the voice generated text-based part. I hadn't asked it to imagine anything on the actual app. I didn't know that there was a possibility of sharing it to like a social network, like a feed where others can see, like, share, and all that kind of stuff based on what you put out there. And I find that very interesting. Now, I um, am interested to know tomorrow, like I uploaded and I shared my conversation and I uploaded and I shared that picture, like what responses would I get? Because I think there's a way that you can comment underneath people's pictures. So I wonder if I'll get notifications from the general public about the things that I share, or did it just get lost in the feed? Because it could get lost in the feed. I mean, it's hundreds of thousands of people sharing. So I'm just curious as to like what will pop up tomorrow and the next day. Um, uh, yeah, very interesting interface though. Very interesting interface. Very interesting conversations, and you should let me know what you think. So if you took the time to watch all 35 minutes of this, I sure appreciate you. You can continue to follow me at unitethemetaverse.com. These are QR codes to my link tree, so you can learn all about the things that I'm doing in this world. So thank you for joining me at Beyond Reality live, live and unhinged in the middle of the night on May 7th, 2025. Good night.